Take 5 with Ricovibes, the ultimate in entertainment. Live interviews, social commentary, and so much more. Go tell somebody you're now locked into Take 5 with Ricovibes. This episode of Take 5 with Ricovibes is brought to you by...
Yo, Atlanta. Press the phone screen for the I want Triple X.
DJ Nina for your Black Platinum sound.
Banky, you know it's being done right here.
BG there.
Representing for the I Party.
I Party.
I Party.
I Party. I Party. I Party. Look for the I Party. Look for the I Party. Whoa!
It's shot.
The place nice. I want for a girl there. The party, it's shot. Big up Noshane and Biggz.
Noshane and Biggz.
Noshane, Biggz.
Noshane, big up Biggz. Biggz, Noshane.
Big up on the damn self.
You know the team have to show up for your event.
Yes, me.
Mad party. Somebody thief my shirt. A girl tear my marina.
It's lit.
I don't know, I just done the place. September 9, 2023.
We outside.
It's the only party. The I Party. I Party. I Party. No, Mr. 876. 876 things.
Big up on yourself.
Bless up. Mad.
What's up, everybody? It's yours truly, Ricovibes, and welcome to Take 5. I've got a special guest in the building, the one and only Biggz, the original Biggz.
Yeah, original.
What's going on, bro?
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you too, man.
Chilling, just taking it one day at a time, brother. That's it. That's the only thing I could do.
I feel you, bro. I feel you. We're getting ready for the big, what is this, the 4th annual?
Yeah, it would have been the 5th, but remember COVID came in and I had to like push it back. But yeah, 4th annual.
4th annual hype party.
Yeah, started in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, you was there from the start.
I was there from the beginning, man.
Well, let's go back because people don't know where it all started.
Right.
So I moved here. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna just give you the fast part because it's too much. But I moved here in '95.
Whoa!
Right?
So you're so Freaknik.
Yeah, man, I was in Freaknik.
You was in. I don't even want to ask.
I got videos.
I don't even want to ask, bro.
Yeah, I was in Freaknik.
Okay.
Moved here in '95. My sister had told me to come here because I was in Miami, and I was either go back to New York or
come to Atlanta.
Come to Atlanta. And she was like, "Come to Atlanta." I came here in '95, and I never turned back.
Wow.
So you know, I was going back and forth from Miami, New York, and Atlanta, but I stamped here. I stayed here and got me a place, and then I ended up going downtown to the flea market and had got a.
Wait, that in the underground?
Yeah.
Okay.
5 points.
Oh, 5 points. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had got a booth in there. You know what I mean? In the flea market, selling clothes and stuff, and that's where it all started. You know what I'm saying? The whole journey and everything. I used to go to a lot of clubs out here.
What was Atlanta like back then? What was the reggae scene like back then?
There was no reggae scene.
There was no reggae scene.
It was all right. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it was. So there was this club called Soul. Every Saturday, everybody used to go. It was Peacock first, right. Then when Peacock would be over with, people would go like the Club Soul. Then Club Soul came about on Saturdays. So we would leave, you know, and then go to Club Soul. But in the club, it'd be nothing but like Africans dressed like Jamaicans. No, for real. Like, I promise you. So, you know what I mean? That's how far back it went. You know what I mean? But
who was the DJs them here at that point in '95?
All right, so I don't remember most of them, but I don't even remember. To tell you the truth,
Wow.
I couldn't.
So there was no Juggler, there was no John Wayne.
They came a little bit later. Yeah.
So was there Highlander at that point?
It was what?
Highlander.
I think it was.
Yeah, I think Highlander was around.
Highlander, yeah.
Okay. Godfather was around.
Godfather, yeah.
Because I followed it back then, but I wasn't. Back
then I was just going. I wasn't like
you wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I was just going. Me and my friends would just go to the club and chill. So, yeah, man, like
wow.
So '95, and then we started going to Sunset. Later on, then we started going to I'm gonna tell you. So before it was Bliss. Before us, then we were going to Flavors.
Flavors, right.
Right, and then it changed from Flavors to
was it Aquarium or
Aquarium? Yeah. And I think it called Liquid at one point too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you're right. I heard about that. Yeah.
Right. So, matter of fact, I seen that club change inside. Like when it was Flavors, they had a DJ in the middle.
Yeah?
Yeah, the DJ booth was in the middle.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then Atrium always been there.
Right.
So let's speed up now. So in like 2007, my friend opened up a club called Ambiance named Rob.
Okay.
It was right there on Memorial Drive, right there next to Chick-fil-A, right here.
Okay.
You can't, you know what I mean? It used to be every weekend.
Gotcha.
And then he ended up opening up Chocolate, which is called Obsessions.
Right.
Back, you know what I mean?
It used to be Planet Q.
Right. So he opened it up. He the only one that renovated it. I think he put like almost $1 million in the renovation.
Wow.
And called it Obsessions. And it was a hip hop, the hip hop club. You know what I mean? And he gave me a job.
What did you do?
Ran the door. I was front door manager.
That's what's
so
up.
I ran the line, ran the door, and then I went from running the door and the line to booking artists. You know what I mean? And promotion and all that. So it didn't get me started because my whole life growing up, I've been around music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Growing up in New York, my father and mother used to do my mother and father used to throw parties at Starlight and Biltmore. You know what I'm saying?
Back original clubs back then, man. Wow.
Yeah, and my niece's father is Garfield, who used to cook at
Chef Garfield.
Yeah, that's my brother-in-law.
Chef Garfield. Wow, you taking us back?
Yeah, Roy and all of them. They all know me. Yeah, all of them know me from a youth.
Wow.
So you know what I'm saying? Like Roy's parents are my parents' friends.
Gotcha.
They all grew up in Jamaica. So
gotcha. Wow.
So I grew up around the music stuff and the entertainment business. So what got me started here was I started going to clubs like 112, you know, every Saturday, spending money, like buying sections every week, Visions, you know what I mean, going to Chili Peppers, Sunset, all them clubs, even Jamaican clubs. Because we would leave the hip-hop club and go straight to the east side and go to Jamaican clubs, you know what I'm saying? And we would just, you know, we were the first ones buying bottles in clubs. You know what I'm saying? Like back then.
This is back in what, 07, 08?
Nah, this is 99.
Oh, this is back in the 90s. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know what I mean? We were buying bottles because back then we didn't want to go to the bar.
Got it.
Every time. But back then, people was buying beers, buckets of beer. I never drank beer. And I hated going to the bar and get the, you know what I mean? So I should just go there and be like, look, let me just buy a bottle. How much the bottle is?
Right.
And we should just do that. And then fast forward, I said to, shout out to Dula.
Big up to Dula.
My friend Dula, you know what I'm saying? We met when he was in the flea market. He had a stall. And he came to me later on, like in 2011, 12. And was like, yo, Biggz, let's promote. Let's do a party. He's like, you know a lot of people.
Dula is Haitian.
Yeah, he's Haitian. So he was like, you know a lot of people. They know you. They mess with you. You know what I'm saying? Let's just do something. You be the face, and I'll just be the businessman behind it. You know what I mean?
Behind the scenes.
So I was like, yeah, let's do it. So we started doing clubs downtown. So you remember, because we used to reach out to you and pay you to do the commercials on your radio show.
Radio station, yeah.
Right, and then we used to book DJs. Like we booked Negus. We used to book. I think we booked John Wayne. And a couple of what's the other dude? They play on the radio. Not Cash, but
David Mixmaster.
No, Mixmaster David was DJing too, but I never booked him downtown yet. Dula did later on, like a couple years later. But what's his name with the dread? Ja Lion.
Oh, Ja Lion. Okay.
Yeah, so we used to book him.
Okay.
And then we used to run the club called Icons. So Dula introduced me to Cools and Mike Uptop, and then they started helping us promote for Icons on Thursdays, I think it was. And we've been friends ever since.
Wow.
So then I fell off that part of the scene and started just doing that downtown. So I wasn't on the reggae scene. Yeah, I was just doing stuff in hip hop. Then I took my talents to Florida and South Carolina. And we started doing shows there. So we was booking like Jeezy, you know what I'm saying? Like big artists, Juvenile, Gucci Man. Like, you know what I mean? Even we booked Chris Brown for Obsessions. Like, I was just doing all the bookings for Obsessions, you know what I'm saying? Or we would sit down, me and the owner. And you probably know him, though. You know Rob.
I know Rob.
Rob. So, you know what I'm saying? We all came together. And I got to give him his flowers because he put me in a position where I made money.
Gotcha.
He wasn't like micromanaging. He wasn't on top of me. He was like, yo, do you. I know you can do you.
Right.
I trust you. Let's just handle, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then everything just went.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
Wow. So fast forward to Hype. What made you decide to do Hype?
All right. So I was at the crib one day, and I think I was on the phone either with Flatbush Rico, and we were just chopping it up. And I told him that I wanted to do a party. But before this, you remember I had teamed up with somebody that did the Dexter Daps Spice show.
Yes.
At Obsession, but it was called something else before that.
I don't remember the name of it before that, but you're right. It wasn't Obsessions.
And that was 2017, I think it was. Yeah. And that's when it was a good show. A lot of kinks, but it was good overall. I do wish I would have got John Wayne to do the sound.
Yeah, the sound was messed up.
Yeah, it was. But for the most part, it did what it did. Yeah. You know what I mean? It was a great show, great turnout. Yeah. I must say.
Promotion was on point.
Promotion definitely was on point.
Promotion was on point.
Yeah, we went crazy.
Yeah.
And so I sat down. I think I was on the phone with Rico one day, and we was chopping it up. And I said, yo, I got this idea, and I want to do this party. And you know what I'm saying? I said, I want to call it the Hype Party. You know what I'm saying? He's like, why you want to call it a Hype Party? I said, I don't know. It's just something about the word hype. You know, I'm from New York, so hype is like, that's the common word. Yeah. So I was like, I want to do it. He was like, yo, so how you going to do it? I was like, yo, check this out. I said, I want to do the Hype Party, but I want to get all the DJs who last name is Hype and put it on that party. But I don't want to let nobody know that I'm doing it. I'm just going to say Hype Party. And then, you know what I mean?
When you drop the flyer.
And then when I dropped the flyer, boom, everybody's like, oh, snap. Like, the concept was crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? People was gravitating to it, and the energy was there. Yeah. You know what I mean? So people was asking, who's this promoter and who's doing this party and who is Biggz, and you know what I'm saying? So I was just laughing, just you know what I mean? Because I'm like, I've been around, I just ain't been in y'all face, you know what I'm saying? Right. So, but
I remember when you called me with it, and you told me you told me the concept.
Yeah.
And then you told me who you had in mind to be on it. And I was like, wow, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah. And I said, yo, it's gonna be dope, because I was like, yo, people are really gonna see what the quality behind the hype is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't just get up one morning and say, yo, 2 parties, give it a name and throw 4 DJs on it, and then, you know what I mean, push it out.
There's a reasoning behind.
Yeah, it's a reason behind every year that I do this party. It's quality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's 4 years later.
You got the stress-free edition.
Yes, stress-free edition.
Who's the DJs on this one?
All right, so I got Proper English, veteran.
Right.
Been the Hype Party DJ.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? From I met him, and he did the Dexter Daps and Spice show with us. And from then on, I like his energy, his motivation, and his drive, and he's a crowd pleaser.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then I met Copper Ash. And when I met Copper Ash, one day I was in the club and I seen him jump on top of a speaker box.
Yeah.
Right? And he was just, the energy that he was giving the
crowd.
He's
an entertainer.
Right. That's what I like. Yeah. So I sit. So when y'all be seeing me sit in the club,
you're observing.
That's all I'm doing. You know what I mean? Because I'm done with the getting up and dancing, and you know what I mean? I did that already. Right. So now I'm in the club. I'm just doing my homework.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So boom, Triple X. I bought him last year. The reason why, and I'm not saying we, because No Shane is my partner, right?
Correct.
So we put him on the part. She was like, let's get Triple X. I was like, all right, cool. First time he gonna come here, let's do it. That's all her. She put it together.
Gotcha.
So I was like, all right, let's do it. So he came, but he didn't really get to do what he wanted to do. And police came and shut down my event last year. Don't know how, but we're not gonna go into that. You know what I mean? I don't blame anybody. It just is what it is. Move forward. But he didn't really get to do what he wanted to do.
What he came to do.
Right. So I said to him, I want him to come back and give the people what they deserve. So that's why I booked him. And then Novice Boom. hot right now.
Yeah.
On fire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the energy that he brings and the vibe that he brings, and he don't hold nothing back. He has no filter either. So you know what I'm saying?
That's what hype is all about. Though,
right.
You just let it all out.
That's it.
Much. Yeah.
So when you think about the hype party, you think about these DJs, you know you're gonna get a good event. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so No Shame was like, we need to put something more. We've been in the game. Now let's go back. So when I first started the hype party, the first one, No Shame wasn't on, but she was on behind the scenes.
Correct. She
did a birthday party there, but she was helping me out behind the scenes because she had her other thing going on with vibes and other things. So I asked her, let's just come in and we just do this together. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not greedy. You know what I mean? I'm about, we all unity, unified. Let's share the wealth.
Share the wealth, yeah.
Right. So
okay.
we put her on board, and me and her just we never look back. We're just 4 years strong now. You know what I'm saying?
Now you got a special guest this year as well.
Yeah, she said, well, Biggz, we got to do something better. We got to top what we did last year, and we can't just repeat what we did the year before. So we got to bring something. So she was like, what's up with Pretty? And I was like, I don't even know who that is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But come to find out, when I'm on my Instagram, I'm already following her, but I didn't know who she was.
Know who she was. Gotcha.
So she was like, look her up. So I looked her up, and I did my homework, and I was like, yo, upcoming, you know what I'm saying? She got a vibe, and she fit the hype party.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Where does she live?
Jamaica.
Oh, she is? Okay,
right.
She does live in Jamaica. Okay.
Right. So
she's flying in for the event?
Flying in for the event. Her XXX flying in for the event. And
and even when we look at the hype parties, the people that come out to support it, you know, it's a different, you know, I don't know where you find those people at, but it's a different set of people.
Yeah. Because I promote everywhere.
Gotcha.
I don't care where it's at. I don't if I'm in a store and I see somebody who look like they're Caribbean, I'm gonna give them the flyer. And people don't understand that you have a lot of Americans that love Caribbean parties of course. And would love to go, but can't go because they don't know where it is.
Where it is, yeah. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Facts. So I go to them. Those are the ones that balance out your night.
True.
Because they're gonna come early.
True.
You seen what happened last year where there was I had a line before the policeman come. 11 o'clock they outside. 12 o'clock. So you know what I mean? They balance out. But I'm just excited about this party, man, because it's 4 years now, and when you first start something and you're building it, it's like,
and then you watch it grow.
That's the
beauty.
thing.
The beauty is to watch it go from here to here. And then to here.
Yeah, and that's what I want. And I want to take it to here.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to stop right here. I want to take it there. And I want to involve, like, the DJs. I want to involve everybody. Like, it's just not a party. To me, the hype party is everybody party. English, Ash, all the DJs, Pretty, No Shame. It's all, even you, it's yours. Because you want to party. You've been on the party since day one.
Day one, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like, I even tell you, when the party done, you book for the year next. So it's just, we one big family. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
So September 9th, Saturday, September 9th, people, it's gonna be crazy. I can already feel the energy. You know, I see you got a lot of hosts, you got a lot of people who got their own flyers and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Big up Nisi. She been the host for the hype party for a few years, and she promote, and she been there from day one. So shout out to Nisi.
Okay.
And shout out to Father Thomas, because you know he helped promote, and he's a funny guy, man. He's a real funny guy, man.
Thomas is Thomas.
Yeah.
It's gonna be at Bliss Lounge this year.
Yes.
You know, of course, you know, we encourage everyone to get there early. Please and thank you, because you know, Bliss Lounge, of course, you know, officially closes at 3:00. So we're asking folks to get there before 3:00.
Right. Come and enjoy yourself. This is going to be an event where you're going to have a vibe. It's not you're going to come in and stand up and look in everybody's face. You're going to come have a vibe, man. Come drink, come smoke your hookah. Come hold a vibe, come meet, come take pictures. Because when we booked Pretty, we told her, you have to take pictures and mingle with the crowd And you seen her drop, she said that.
Yeah.
She's going to take pictures. So if you want to take a picture of Pretty, you can do that.
Yeah. Do you have sections available?
Sections are available, but they're moving though.
They're moving.
Yeah, I just sold like 3 of them today.
Okay.
And tickets online are moving fast too.
Okay.
So I got $20 tickets online right now. I'm gonna run that till, well, by the time y'all see this, it'll be over. But tickets online right now. There's gonna be more at the door. You know what I mean? And
well, the earlier you get there, the better it is. Put it that way.
Facts, facts, super facts.
Because it's one of the stable parties for the year.
Yes.
The Hype Party is definitely becoming one of Atlanta's year-to-year events. People look forward to it. It's the stress-free edition. Saturday, September 9th. It's going to be crazy. This one is Biggz Entertainment and Noshane. Big up to Noshane, man.
Yeah, big up Noshane.
Noshane is definitely.
It's also her birthday.
Oh, it's her birthday as well.
Yes, and all Virgos are free before midnight.
You can't beat that.
Nah, all Virgos are free before midnight. So
show your ID. Make sure you bring your ID.
Yeah, make sure you bring your ID. Don't say you're a Virgo and your ID say you're a Cancer. That's not gonna work. Yeah.
Exactly. Make sure you bring your ID, people. It's gonna be crazy. Like I said, I feel the energy. I felt the energy from last year. The last couple of years, it's been nice. And this year, it's in Bliss this year. Bliss have a nice sound system.
Oh, nice, the AC! The AC is pumping.
Oh, the AC is working.
The AC is pumping.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna tell you. The AC is pumping. Don't worry about being hot. The AC is pumping. Trust me.
Okay.
Look at me. I'm telling you, the AC is pumping.
All right. Okay.
So you know what I mean. Get your sections. Get your tables. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean. Go online. Get your tickets.
How old is Noshane gonna be?
Boy, we're gonna have to ask her that. I think she's gonna be.
Noshane, how old are you?
Yeah, we're gonna have to ask her that. We're gonna have to ask her that night too.
Yeah.
I asked her to come here. She told me she don't want to. You go.
Oh.
I was like, nah, you gotta come, man. You're
Noshane,
part
are
of
you
this.
afraid of the camera? She's not afraid of the regular camera. She takes pictures all the time.
All the time. I guess we gotta get some Casamigos or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, something like that.
That's the trick.
Yeah, or bring the girls around and then. Yeah.
That's the trick. Okay.
So.
All right, anything else you want folks to know?
Shoot. I'll just give some shout outs to some real people that support me and I support them. You know what I mean? Shout out to Terrence. Because
Mr. Unitech.
As bad as Terrence is, when people think he's bad, he's a real good guy.
Nah,
man.
Terrence is a good dude.
And I've known Terrence for a minute.
Yeah. He's a good dude.
You know what I'm saying? I heard him say he's been here since.
Terrence,
yeah. All. He said he'd been here since the 90s.
Yeah.
I used to see Terrence a lot.
Okay.
We used to see each other places, so you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Terrence.
Mad.
Shout out Yardman. You know what I'm saying?
Wherever he is.
Wherever he's at. Shout him out. Shout out Lady May. You know what I mean? Shout out English. Not proper English, but shout out proper English too, but English. If you don't know, you don't know. Shout out Dre, SMP. Shout out, let me see. Just shout out everybody. Look, I know a lot of people, man. So, you know what I mean? People where you think I don't know, I know. So, shout everybody out, man. Big shout out to Prince. You know what I'm saying? And shout you out, Rico. I like what you're doing, man.
I appreciate that, man.
Keep up the good work, man.
Thank
Just
you.
keep this going, man.
Thank you.
I'm glad I made it on here. I feel like a celebrity now.
Glad I made it on there.
Yeah,
you're right. A lot of people are asking, but I just don't bring people on just for bringing people on sake. You gotta have something to say, man.
That's a fact.
And you got something to say. You got something to prove, and you got something to show.
That's true.
And so that's what it takes to be on here. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
And then you're doing something positive in the community. And
I want to do more.
You're a positive role model in the community. So.
And I also want to do more. I want to do because I was talking to Noshane and I wanted to tell her we want to do I wanted everybody to get together. We do a turkey drive for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. We can make that happen.
Give away some turkeys. Do it out front.
We can
you know what I'm
happen.
saying? Yeah,
make that happen.
To the less fortunate.
Absolutely. Yeah, those are the things that I want to advocate for and just definitely push, because the negativity, I'm not into that big, so stay far from those things.
You know how much people talk about me and I don't care.
Hey. If they stop when they talk about you, something's going on for you. When they stop talking about you,
Oh yeah, that's when you.
That's when you know you're done.
Yeah, you're done. So,
so I don't
keep up the good work, guys.
There you go.
Keep talking about me. Everything is good, man.
There you go. My special guest today on Take 5, my good friend Biggz, is all about September 9th. Inside of Bliss Lounge is all about the Hype Party, the 4th annual Hype Party. All Virgos are free with ID before midnight.
Facts.
All right, so make sure you check it out. Once again, September 9th, Bliss Lounge. Biggz, my brother.
Reeks.
All love, my brother. All love.
All love, man. Thanks, man, for having me, man.
There you go. My pleasure.
Don't forget, y'all. Hype. We outside this Saturday. Believe it.
There you go. And with that, we'll catch you next time on another edition of Take 5.
Yo, Atlanta. Press the phone screen for the say one triple X.
DJ Nina Fire, Black Platinum Sound.
Banky, you know it's being done right here.
BG there.
Representing for the Hype Party.
Hype Party.
Hype Party.
Hype Party. Hype Party. Hype Party. Look for the Hype Party. Look for the Hype Party. Whoa!
It's shot.
The place nice. I want for a girl there. The party, it's shot. Big up No Shane and Biggz.
No Shane and Biggz.
No Shane, Biggz.
No Shane, big up Biggz. Biggz, No Shane.
Big up on the damn self.
You know the team have to show up for your event.
Yes, me.
Mad party. Somebody thief my shirt. A girl tear my marina.
It's lit.
I don't know, I just done the place. September 9, 2023.
We outside.
It's the only party. The Hype Party. Hype Party. Hype Party. Don't miss it.
8760.
8766 things.
Big up on yourself.
Bless up.
Mad.
Honey. I'ma get your mother run the fat punani. Honey. Susie, your mother run the fat punani. Number one gunman. Punani no fin and me must with the type.